안녕. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope that you're having a good day, a good night, and a good sleep. Yes. We're still waiting. Hello. 안녕하세요. Hello, everyone. Hello. What is this? Hello. We're still waiting. 잘 지냈어요, 여러분? 안녕. 응. 안녕. 음, okay, so today, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo yung um, paano ba tayo mag-say ng goodbye in Korean? Isa din 'to sa mga nagpapa-confuse sa'kin, yung gamit ng dalawang 'to. Okay, I'm gonna write it. Wait for a while. So, if gusto mong matuto or like if you are studying, it's very ano, yeah. It's very helpful pag may study buddy ka talaga because pag meron kang kasamang nag-aaral, makakapag-practice kayo together. So, unless kung ikaw lang, di ka masyadong makakapag-practice kasi walang makakaintindi sa'yo. Okay, eto. Yes. So, the first one, 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 가세요. The first one, usually kasi pag nag-say ako ng goodbye sa mga friends ko, lagi ko lang sinasabi, annyeong, like that. Kasi usually nagiging casual na siya. But, etong first, 안녕히 계세요. Ito yung sinasabi mo pag ikaw yung aalis. Bali, pag magsisay ka ng goodbye, tapos ikaw yung aalis sa pwesto. For example, ako, tapos nagsasabi ka na, 안녕히 친구. Tapos ikaw yung umalis. Ako yung naiwan. Ako yung nagstay. So, ikaw yung magsasabing 안녕히 계세요. But if ako naman yung magsasabi na goodbye, ako yung nagstay, 'di ba? So, ikaw yung magli-leave. So, ako yung magsasabi na 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. So, ito din yung parang kahit na may mga additional learnings ako with Korean language, medyo nako-confuse ako dito. So, at least now, naintindihan ko na. Kasi, minsan, ang hirap i-ano tong keseyo, keseyo. Anyong keseyo. Diba? So, parang kya, like that. So, it's really hard. Pero, pag nagpa-practice ka naman, mas maiintindihan mo sila. Te. Okay. So, another kasi minsan pag friends lang kayo, yung sinasabi nyo na anyong, like that. So, parang ganun lang. Unless kung parang formal ata na pag-goodbye na parang baka ano sa'yo, I mean, parang para hindi siya maging rude. Diba? So, I think ganyan lang. And also, if you are also going to say something na parang like in Korean, tapos sasabihin mo na ganyan-ganyan, tapos sasabihin mo na ganyan. Marinig pala yung no, tinig. Yes, okay. So, next na gagawin natin is, paano ba natin gagamitin is actually yung sa particles naman, kahit hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin talaga masyadong nagigets yung particle markers. But, I wanted to share with you yung parang, paano ba ako nakakagawa ng sentences? Kasi sa Korean kasi ang maganda sa Korean kasi may mga words na parang they can stand alone. Tapos makakagawa ka na ng sentence. 언니 안녕하세요. 만나서 반갑습니다. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to refresh the mind then. So for example, I could say could. Ooh, could. 좋아해요? Okay. So for example, etong kut. So ito yung Korean ng flower. So kut is the Korean of flower. And then 좋아해요. So that's like from the word 좋아하다. 좋아하다. Kasi may isang chua which is good eh. Ito din yung parang minsan nakakabagabag din sa ano natin. Chua. 좋아요. Okay. For example, magsasabi ako na 오늘은 날씨가 진짜 or like 정말 좋아요. So like the weather today is very good. 좋아요. 좋아해요. Okay? 좋아해요 is like. 좋아해요 is 좋아하다. 좋아요 is 좋다. Yeah. 좋다. Yes. Samahan niyo? Okay, saan ba ako magsisimula? Anyway, guys, if you have any other, pwede kayong mag-suggest or pwede kayong mag-say kung ano ba yung mga tanong nyo, baka pwede natin i-discuss. At least, mareremind din ako if ever, diba? So, magiging helpful yun. And also, kung gusto nyo, kasi minsan, diba, um, ano siya, pag nag-ano tayo, nag-practice, okay, okay lang po. Yes. So, pag nagpa-practice tayo in Korean, by the way, guys, this month, we are actually commemorating Hangul month, and we are going to celebrate the Hangul Day this coming 9th, because Hangul Day is October 9th. Yes. So, for like to commemorate, okay, to commemorate yung celebration ng Hangul, I also wanted to share with you a little backstory. Bakit ba ako nahilig sa ano? Bakit ba ako nahilig sa Hangul? I mean, not really, not only the Hangul but the Korean language itself, the Hanggugo. Paano ba siya nag-start and bakit ba I'm so eager to learn na kahit nanganganga minsan? Yes, hindi ko sinasabi na magaling ako kasi nako-confuse pa talaga ako sa mga words. But gusto ko lang talaga i-share, and maybe sa mga nagwo-watch ngayon, um, if you are planning to learn Korean, and if you are learning pero parang nag-stop or parang nawalan ka ng gana, nawalan ka ng motivation. That's why yung sa latest video ko, yung about sa my own tips in learning the Korean language. Unang-una talaga, kailangan mong kailangan kailangan mong malaman yung why. Why, okay? Know your why. Bakit ka ba nag-aral ng Korean? Nag-aral ka lang ba kasi, you know, patok yung Korean drama, yung K-pop, or nag-aral ka ba kasi may plano ka magtrabaho sa Korea, or gusto mo mag-aaral doon, or wala lang, as hobby, ganun. Kasi pag nalaman mo yung why mo, dun magsa-start kung paano ka ba mag-aral. Actually, ako minsan nawawalan ako ng gana kasi super confusing talaga. But along the way, naisip ko, may term, I mean, may goal pala ako. So, parang ganun. Well, the Korean language has long since captivated me, particularly the way it was spoken and written. So, as a Filipino, my first exposure to the Korean language was through a Korean drama. Back in 2010, when I was a freshman in high school, I watched Boys Over Flowers on the television. Sino bang nakakaalala si Boys Over Flowers, di ba? Okay, yung mga LSS na mga ano nila, OST. So since then, I've been watching as many Korean dramas as I can get hold of, and in my desire to understand what's happening in the drama I'm watching, especially during instances wherein subtitles are unavailable, I yearn to learn the Korean language. So dun yung parang nag-start yung desire ko to learn the language. Kasi hindi mo siya mapapanood ng live, like yung parang nag-watch ka ng teleserye tapos on that time talaga. Kasi wala siyang subtitle and ang hirap maintindihan. Unless yung mga "Annyeonghaseyo" or mga "Kamsahamnida", yun lang kasi yung usual na ano, 'di ba? So, my biggest challenge, however, way back was my lack of access to electronic devices and the internet because I'm living in a rural area in the Philippines. Yeah, so it was only when I went to college that I finally had access to the internet and started learning Korean. Hmm, this is the start. However, I couldn't start with the basics, studying Hangul, compared to most learners because I didn't know what Hangul was actually. I get confused about Hangul and Hangugo. So, parang nag-sink in sa isip ko na ano ba yung Hangul or ano ba yung Hangugo or mga ganun. Diba? So, it's really hard. And then, at first, I constantly relied on romanization when I'm trying to understand Korean words and phrases. Hindi ko talaga yun malilimutan kasi parang nagse-search ka ng ano, kanta, parang OST sa drama, tapos romanization lyrics pala yung sinesearch mo. Then, then after that, I decided to learn Korean through an online course in Coursera called The First Step Korean under Yonsei University. Ito yung pinaka parang official na nag-start talaga ako mag-learn but without certificate. Parang pang ano lang sa oras, pang palipas oras, tas parang para malaman ko lang yung ano ba yung ano ba yung Korean language, mga ganun. But I found it hard to comprehend the lessons as I didn't know how to learn online. So for a while, after that mga ilang days lang ata yun, I took a break from learning Korean. So parang, wow, hindi ka naman nag-learn, pero bakit parang sabi mo na you took a break? Diba? So, but last year, I got the chance to join an online Korean community called K-Friends. So it is an online community where all Korean fans can share their passion and love for Korea. That's why I decided to relearn the Korean language. And this time around, I would like to begin from the basics. So I really tried to attempt. So my first attempt to learn Hangul was through a YouTube video series of Learn Korean with Cherish Maningat, commonly known as Cherish Onni. 안녕하세요, 언니. 감사합니다. So this time, I remember that really moment na I said na kailangan ko mag-learn ito. So, I tried to sit down for a while para lang maintindihan yung mga characters talaga. Kasi 'di ba, when you say Hangul and Hangugo, okay. Hangul, eto. Ito yung Korean alphabet. Ito yung mga aya, mga ganon, mga ka, ganon. Mga characters. Ito is the language. Korean. Korean. Okay. Tapos ito naman is Korea. Hanguk. Hanguk, Korea. Yes. And then, ayun, I started to sit down for like how many hours. Then, dun ko na understand. Parang nag-sink in. Kasi Pinay din siya eh. But she is already living in Korea right now. And nag-extra din siya sa mga Korean dramas. Maybe some of you might known her or might have known her. Yeah, si Cherish Uni. So after that, parang naiintindihan ko masyado ay parang may nag-sink in talaga. So after this time, everything clicked inside my brain and I finally understood Hangul, yung mga sound nila. So after studying the fundamentals of the Korean language, I was also fortunate enough just this year actually to be accepted into a Korean class talaga. Yung parang may sonsing name tsaka discussion. It was offered by the University of the Philippines through Arirang. So the course is a university sponsored 20-hour basic Korean language curriculum. So through this course, I learned more about the Korean language from Hangul to common words and phrases used in everyday situations. Yung parang basic na expressions for communication in conversation. So it also helped me understand and appreciate better the beauty of the Korean language and the culture. Yes. And I was also shocked. I was also shocked kasi nag-top 2 pa naman ako. Wow! Parang sabi ko, "Ah, bakit ako nag-top 2 eh, parang parang hindi naman ako masyadong nag-ano dun kasi minsan parang ngarag talaga eh." But I'm actually thankful. So at present, I'm actually back also in Coursera. Marami akong in-enroll sa Coursera ngayon eh. Songyong One University, yung for beginners. Tapos, meron ako ngayon parang intermediate. Wow, filler talaga eh. Pero hindi ko pa siya na-access masyado kasi medyo Korean lahat yung nag-explain so hindi ko masyadong maintindihan. Um, also, um, another incredible opportunity that I had was being able to study at the King Sejong Institute Cebu office in the Philippines. So I tried the classes on their website before but didn't finish them due to my hectic schedules. Although gusto ko yung website nila kasi ang daming free materials na pwede mong anuhin. From depending din sa level mo eh. May introductory, may beginners, may K-wave, sa mga gusto mga ganun. So they actually provide a lot of materials that are helpful for someone who wants to learn Korean, and they are free of charge. I'm very grateful also to have been accepted to their telephone Korean course, which is a one-on-one audio class with a native Korean teacher via Kakao Talk. And it parang kakatapos lang din. So the experience was simply incredible. I spoke in Korean for like a full 25 minutes. So wala talagang English. Yung pag-explain ni Sonseng Nim is like Korean talaga. So minsan pag hindi ko na talaga naintindihan, sasabihin ko talaga sa kanya na ano, something ni I cannot understand like that. Tapos hindi din siya masyadong malaman sa English. So parang kailangan talaga in Korean talaga kami mag-uusap. So I spoke in Korean for like a full 25 minutes. So my speaking abilities were pushed to the limits. I was able to listen to my teacher speak in the same language, which allowed me to develop my listening skills as well. So there are times actually when I didn't understand my native Korean teacher, especially if the class was moving too quickly. However, my sansang name is very patient. So, kasi babae din siya eh, and ang cute ng voice niya. Yeah. So, my journey in learning the Korean language was a dream come true for me. It's like something that only happens in a Korean drama, but I'm lucky it happened to me in real life. Yeah, so I could say it's a bit challenging also kasi it will really take your time talaga. Yeah, yeah, true, 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 true. Oh, wow. K-drama talaga usual nag-open eh. K-drama pa more. Diba ate? Pero, again, if you wanted to study talaga, especially now, kasi mostly ano sila, free of charge yung mga online, ano nila, free of charge yung mga classes. So, I also talked about it sa latest video ko with K-influencer na yung parang anim yung sinan up ko doon. Parang yung pang-anim is take or grab the opportunity to join um, free online Korean classes. Especially for like sa mga organizations ng Korean. Korean organizations sa internet. Marami sila, nag-o-offer sila. Sa KCC din, sa Korean Cultural Center dito sa Pilipinas. Sa King Sejong, Cebu, yeah. Or UP Arirang din, parang may biannually sila. Yan yung ano ko, yan yung nasalihan ko before. Yes, and it really actually helped a lot kasi especially now, like um I hope that I could make another video. Like I'm going to challenge myself na I will talk Korean for like full um like 8 to 10 minutes. I'll try kung ano yung mga words na usual kong nasasabi. Kasi may mga words akong usual nasasabi eh. For example, yung ganong, yeah, of course, 안녕하세요. Tapos, yung mga wa, yung mga ganon. Tapos, actually, right now, yung parang word talaga na usual na ano ko sa bibig is, wegere. Wegere. Bakit ba talagang wegere talaga? Ewan ko. Pero I think it's actually amazing or like yeah, I think it's also good. Kasi at least it's one way of practicing your speaking practice. Yes. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye na for now, guys. Maraming salamat po and I hope that you will continue with what you are actually starting if nag-learn ka ng Korean. Ito yung masasabi ko sa'yo. Ay, 잠시만. Ay, 잠시만요. Malaki para makita. Anya. Ito lang yung masasabi ko sa inyo. 화이팅! 네, 감사합니다. 그리고 안녕. 안녕히 계세요. 네, 잘 자요, 여러분들. 바이. Thank you, thank you.